Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Blue Honor Vlog. This will be episode 14, and we're still going. As you can hear, it's now spring when I'm filming this, and I'm going to do some vlogs ahead of time because, as you may have seen on the blog, I'm expecting a baby in August, and I want to make sure that the vlogs are uninterrupted, one per month now through that time, and just to not have to stress about doing that. So kids are out playing, not my kids. It's the neighborhood kids. They're really great, but really loud sometimes. Okay, so today's episode is about a question that came in. What shows do you watch? I'm like, that's a pretty interesting question, because I think you can tell a lot about a person by the shows that they watch. And as you can see behind me here, and if you've zoomed and tried to read the titles or whatever, when you're watching, you probably get a little bit of a sense that I'm a bit of a dork. And here's further proof of the dorkiness. Total geek, and I do a lot of collectibles and stuff. This is one of my favorites. As for shows that I watch, I love cartoons, and I like the cartoons mostly that came out around the same time as Scooby-Doo, so Josie and the Pussycats, Captain Caveman, things like that. And I do get them on DVD because I don't have cable, so that makes show watching a little bit more interesting. It may take me a season to catch up, so I'll probably be a season behind a lot of most of you on things. Like, I was just excited to see Netflix let me know that season 2 of DC Legends is now available to watch, and I will totally be all over that. I just finished Salem season 3, and looking forward in the fall to some Walking Dead. And you guessed it, I did not see Grant get it, so that's gonna suck. I heard it, and did recordings, and you could listen to it, and I'm like, oh, that was barbaric enough. But that is the show. That's kind of what we expect to see, is that level of violence. So I kind of laugh a little bit at people who are overly disturbed and complaining about it. I'm like, it's make-believe. You know what you got when you started watching the show. It's thoroughly violent towards the zombies, but that seems to be okay. It's when that violence is turned towards healthy human beings that we kind of have a gut reaction like that. For me, I have more of a reaction when it's an animal. What was that movie with Keanu Reeves where the puppy gets killed in the beginning, and there's a second one coming out, and brain fart. See, mommy brain. John Wick. And that was hard for me to watch. I did not like that. I will ache for hours, even days later. I see stuff come down on Facebook telling me about animal abuse and stuff, and I wig. I will even cry. It's so wrong. When horrible things are happening to adult humans, I am not so disturbed, because I feel like we have the agency to protect ourselves in most cases. But when I see somebody being victimized, instead of elderly, child, minorities and women and stuff that are just being targeted, that also makes me hurt. So, but anyway, back to the shows that I watch. I have Netflix on the TV because I literally can't remember half the stuff. I enjoy American Dad way too much, and Archer is like top of my list. they are animation. But they're funny as hell, and I love them. I've been watching Twilight Zone, and I used to watch that with my dad, so I'm just kind of going through all the episodes because they have it on Flix, and figured I would just watch them all, and it's just such a hoot. I mean, I just saw one maybe a week or two ago with William Shatner, and it was the one where they have a layover in this town. They're just recently married, him and the actress, and they go into this little cafe diner, and they find this little box with a little devil head on it, and it's a fortune teller, and he just keeps throwing pennies at this and thinks that it's predicting his future. And if it weren't for his wife, they would be hooked into this thing and they would never leave. They would be absolutely frightened. And it talks about the susceptibility of superstition and different beliefs, etc., which I thought was really cool. And it has Bill, so double cool. Still waiting to see more because I know he does the airplane one, and that's a classic. I love that. Better Call Saul is on there. Transformers cartoon. DC cartoons. I have most of the Marvel stuff on. No, I have all of the Marvel stuff on here. So your Daredevil, Luke Cage, Shield, and Jessica, Flash. I have going into DC, sorry, Flash. I just watched the first few bits of Supergirl and stuff, so I'm going to have to scroll to double check everything. Have you seen the new Danger Mouse, by the way? It's a fun cartoon, rather like it. The new Inspector Gadget's not so cool, but Mr. Peabody and Sherman is really pretty cool. And I have Bleach on here, the old Star Trek cartoon. Did you know they put He-Man and She-Ra on? Because they did. It's really cool. So I have Arrow, Supergirl, Flash, Gotham, DC, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage. Iron Fist I have not checked out yet, but soon. And then Series of Unfortunate Events, which was really kind of cute. MPH does a really good job. He's so funny. I mean, he just really gets into it. Mrs. Fisher's, Ripper Street, Peaky Blinders, Medici. Yeah, I wasn't really impressed with that. I like Turn. It has some issues, but Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell is like, epic. You have to watch it. Salem, The Walking Dead, Twilight Zone, Penny Dreadful, Bates Motel, Supernatural, of course, Lizzie Borden, American Horror, Stranger Things, you know, so you get an idea, you know. I am a geek through and through, so that's pretty much what I watch, is all that sort of stuff. Dark Matter. The OA was pretty cool. Not bad. I'm kind of excited because a future Star Trek captain was in that, and he played a bad guy, and I tend to like it when he plays bad guys for some reason. But that's pretty much it, unless you want me to go through the entire list, which is pretty long, so I'm not going to hold you here any longer. If you have any other questions for me, please submit them in the comments below. You can go to my site and you can leave a comment that way through the contact form. Don't forget to subscribe, share this with your friends, and If you want to get my updates from the blog, you can go to authorkwilliams.com and subscribe. You just drop your email into the little box, hit enter, and you are subscribed. You will get an email once a week on Friday at noon Eastern, and that will give you the week's entries from my blog. It will also give you special announcements and links to everything important about my site. And hopefully I will be able to keep that up to date despite expecting a baby in August. And I will do my level best to keep this going. I've already got May mapped out, and hopefully June, July, August, September, and October will not be far behind. Again, subscribe. Thank you. Thanks for watching.